All right, everybody. Here we go with another fantastic Revit tip. Well, the last three Revit tips have been on property lines. I believe you are now experts in property lines, or you should be anyway. We're moving on to a new topic today, that's for sure. Okay. Today's topic is finish floor plans. Okay. So a little bit of controversy about finished floor plans, and I want to clear up a couple things. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the best way to turn turn one of your plans into a floor finish plan. But we're going to make a floor finish plan, start to finish, and put a legend on it. And I'll show you the best practices. Okay, so here we go. Let me just share my screen. If I can figure out, there's the button. Share screen with you. So here we are, continuous good times, of course, at Virtual BIM Management. All right, so there's my face, and everybody's gonna see my face bigger, because it's no fun when your face is just a tiny little picture like that. Anyway, I hate it when the picture is too small, because then you can't see my good side. I don't know actually which side is my good side, but anyway. So let's get moving. Okay, let's open up the first floor plan. Take a look at this. This is a floor plan. Eventually, we would have dimensions all over it and annotation. We would have notes, tags. It would just be a wonderful plan for the contractor to build the building, and with the dimensions in the right place, he'd put it all together. But we would like to have a separate plan to convey to him what the finishes are. Now, if it's a residential project, oftentimes you can just put in, and I'll just click on one, like in the title of the room, you can put into the tag right under it that you would like this to be tile, ceramic tile, and maybe in the conference room you'd like carpet. So if it's, well, you wouldn't have a conference room in your house, but okay. In the kitchen, you would want to put in like ceramic tile, and in the living room, maybe a wood flooring, and in the bedroom, carpet. You can just put that right into the tag of the room to tell the people what to tell the contractor what goes in that room. That's as far as you need to do it actually with residential. Simple as that. Just put it on the plans right underneath the title. But I'm talking about bigger, more commercial buildings where you've got tons of rooms, and that you don't want to mess up your tags or add more information to the plan. We actually, for commercial buildings, typically make a separate plan, and we call it the finish plan, the floor finish plan. Okay, just saying. So let's just do that. Over here, I'm going to right click on my floor plan that I have. I'm going to duplicate the view with detailing, which means an exact copy of it. But whenever you duplicate a view, you change its name immediately. So you don't leave it called copy one. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to rename this floor finish plan. Okay. Floor finish plan. I could call it finish plan instead of floor in there also. So I'll do that. Finish plan. Okay. So now this view is ready for me to change it into a finish plan. Let's talk. If you have a template, like a view template, you want all your finish plans to look the same, okay? And to use the same legend and to have the same graphics, and so everything looks the same. So we are going to set up the floor finish plan, and then we're gonna make a template that uses all those settings, and it and then we can apply it to the other floor finish plans. So say I have 15 floors and I want them to all use the same information, even though they're going to the plans are going to be different. I want it to use the same. Carpet is going to look the same, and terrazzo is going to look the same, and tile is going to always look the same. Boom, boom, boom. You're with me. Okay, so here we go. So the first thing I want to do in this finish plan is get some things out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to hit VG on the keyboard, and I'm going to realize that I can't change anything because I'm using a view template. You guys with me? Always use view templates because you change information one place and it changes everywhere. Okay, enough with that. So I'm going to go click on my view template, and I need a view template for finish plans. Actually, I told you I was going to set the plan up and then make a view template from it. So let's do that. So I'm going to basically set this view free. I'm going to set the view template to none so I can do what I want to this view, and then I'll create a view template for it. Done. Done. Enough said. Okay, I'm going to hit VG, and on my annotation stuff, I don't want to see any call outs on my floor finish plan, and I don't want to see elevations, markers, and I don't want to see any section markers either. Just clean it up. Okay, you can turn off whatever you want, but this is what mine's going to look like. Bam! See how fast that was? Okay, I kind of like this, except the walls, the information inside the walls is a little distracting. So I'm going to hit VG on the keyboard. I'm going to scroll down to walls, and on the pattern, the cut pattern of the walls, I'm going to say I want the cut pattern to be a solid dark gray. Okay? Just watch and see what I'm talking about. Bam. Now see, it just cleans up the plan so that the information that I want to show is more visible. Okay, so here we go. Now let's get on to floor finishes. All right, let me show you something. Let me put in here, I'm going to go to view. Actually, I'm not going to go to view. I'm going to go to annotate, and I'm going to click on a floor, the color fill legend button, and I'm going to place the color fill legend in here. And it is based on department. The colors are based on department. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. I want this to be the floor finish. So you can pick that legend, and up at the top it says edit the scheme. So edit this is where we want to go. I don't have a scheme for floor finishes. So you can pick any one that you want and hit the duplicate button. Give it a new name. This is for floor finish. Legend, whatever, okay? Now, the name is not going to be department legend. It's going to be floor finish legend also. Floor finish legend, okay? Now, we want to colorize the plan or put in patterns on the floor plan based on one of the attributes of rooms. And of course, it's not going to be area or occupant or perimeter, whatever. We are going to click on floor finish because that is what it's going to be based on, okay? So I look here and it says, hey, you don't have any colors. I'm just like, okay, I know, duh. So I have floor finish legend based on floor finishes, but I don't have any rooms that have been told what floor finish they are. That's why nothing is coming up in my legend. So I'm just going to hit OK. And it starts thinking about it and calculating, and it can't actually do anything because my rooms, I don't have, see, there's no colors defined. Okay, so here we go. If I put my cursor right here on the lobby, let's just work with me here. Oh, I just noticed something else. I've got the texture of the concrete slab coming in. I'm going to hit VG, and I'm telling you, I'm going to go down to floors, and the surface pattern of the floors is uncheck that box, okay? I don't want to see those. There, all the little dots are gone. If you couldn't see them before because of your resolution, there were little tiny dots everywhere, and now they're gone. Okay, here we go. If I hover over the word lobby and I hit my tab key a couple of times, it cycles through and it actually picks the room object, okay? The room object is what's pushing information to the legend. The floor finish legend is getting information from the room object. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but in Revit, the room object, it cannot see what is on the floor. If you had carpet or tile on the floor, it doesn't see it. It's kind of like, I'm not looking, not gonna look. It doesn't. You have to actually tell it what's on the floor. It doesn't look up and see that you have gypboard or acoustical tile on the ceiling. This room object just wants information plugged into it. It doesn't reach out and touch things and find out what they are. I'm just saying, it knows its perimeter, it knows its area, but it doesn't grab the information from the objects that are bounding it, which is crazy. And I think maybe in the future, Revit will be able to do that. But until now, we have to type it in. So there's the lobby. And so I look over in my properties, and next to floor finish, there's nothing. So I'm just going to say terrazzo, okay? And I think that's how you spell it, terrazzo. And as soon as I enter it, the legend gives it a color, and it says terrazzo is being used. Oh, terrazzo is being used, and here's a color for it. Ta-da! It's trying to help, okay? Give it a break. So I'm going to put my cursor over the word toilet here in the bathroom, okay? And then I'm going to tab a couple of times until it picks the room object, and I click, and now I can give that floor finish. Let's just call it ceramic tile. Ceramic tile in there. And as soon as I hit enter, oh, it's calculating. Yay, yay! It's, you know, these legends are so excited when you actually use them. If they could make a sound, it would be woo, buddy. Okay, but they don't. They just peacefully recalculate. Okay, conference room. Let's put some carpet in there. Okay, click on the room. Go back to the properties, another floor finish. We're going to put carpet. Okay, enter. Bam! It calculates. It gives me a color, and then I'm going to put in the reception. I'm going to put carpet also. Okay, so I'm going to tab a couple times. There, got it. And because I've already used it once, you'll notice on the floor finish, I can use the drop down, and it will list everything I'm currently using. So I don't have to type it in every time. I can just pick carpet off of the drop down list. Okay. So what it has done, it has made a floor finish legend for me automatically, and it has colorized the plan. But more often than not, you and I print these plans in black and white, and this is going to be just a bunch of gray. So we need to replace these colors, which look really cool for our team, but we need to replace these with hatch patterns so that it can print properly, and we will put it on the working drawing set, and the contractor can know what he's doing. Okay, so when I click on this floor finish legend, now I can go, what I want to do is click up on Edit Scheme at the top, and it brings this dialog box back up, okay? And now we have items that are being used, and there's the color and a solid fill pattern. That is the default out of Revit, okay? What we want to do is change the colors all to black, and then we want to change the fill pattern to a representation color, something that will represent what we want. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to change carpeting. I'm going to change that to black and say, okay. And my fill pattern, I'm just going to pick, doesn't matter. I'm going to pick aluminum, okay? It doesn't matter. Listen to me, people. This is representational so that the contractor can look at a little swatch, and it has some diagonal lines. He says, wherever those diagonal lines are on the plan, that's where carpet is, okay? So work with me here. Stay with me. For ceramic tile, I'm going to change the color to black, and its fill pattern, I'm just going to scroll down. I don't know, crosshatch small for ceramic tile. Good. Okay, for terrazzo, I am going to click that, change it to black, and go to my fill pattern. I don't know. Diagonal no, not crosshatch again. Diagonal down small. Whatever, okay? I'm going to say, okay. Now look, when I hit okay, what it does, it replaces the color with what I've picked. Now, take a look here. Some people get really hung up on this. They say, oh, my terrazzo is not diagonal, actually. It's got a different pattern than that. And my carpet is not 3 lines every 1 foot. Get your brain wrapped around the fact that the only reason that we have this floor finish plan is so that we can let the contractor know where the different materials are for floor finishes. Okay, he's already in the specs. It says carpet number 1 is, you could actually, I just put carpet. This could have been carpet number 1 in the conference room, carpet number 2 in the reception area. In fact, I'll do that to prove to you what I'm talking about. In the conference room, I'm going to tab on it. Okay, tab, there, got it. And see how I have carpet over here? I can say carpet A. Okay, carpet A. And it's going to change. It threw in a color. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to say in the reception area, I'm just showing you guys how to be realistic about this thing. In the reception area, it's going to be carpet B. Okay, A and B. So in my plan, okay, look what I've got. I've got all possible things that I could be using. And what I'm going to do is click on it. I'm going to go to Edit Scheme. And I'm going to say, okay, you know what? For the carpeting is not being used anywhere. I'm not going to ever use that again. So it says in use, no. I'm just going to hit the minus, okay? I'm going to get rid of it. So I have carpet A, and it needs A and B need to be black and given a pattern, okay? Black. A is going to be the aluminum. Why not? And then work with me, people. Black. And the carpet B is going to be something completely different. La 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 la. I don't even care. It's crazy when you don't care and you're just looking for earth. Earth. Why not? Apply and okay. Okay. Now take a look. So the contractor, when he looks at this, he goes, okay, I need to buy how much carpet A? I have carpet A. It looks like only in the reception area. And then he looks on your room schedule, and it says that the reception area is 200 square feet, whatever, people. But this is how this works. The color legend can be edited a little bit so that it looks different than the way it is right now. Let me show you how to do that. If you pick the legend, you can, okay, you see this little arrow here? You can pull that out, and what'll happen is it'll get wider. If you're crunching some of your text, see how that, I'm gonna get it out of the way for you. Look at this. If you're crunching some of your text and you don't like that, you can pull it longer so that it lays out better. You can also push this bottom one up and force it into a different row like this. You could have 2 rows instead of 1. So you can manipulate this little arrow and the little arrows here and this up and down. So you can go 3 rows or 4 rows wide. You can do this however you guys want, okay? You can manipulate this little schedule, okay? And when it comes down, comes back to the way I had it at the beginning, okay? Whatever. I'm just letting you know. Next thing you can edit is you can pick that little guy, and over in your properties, you can click Edit Type. And one of the things that I like to do is, see, it says Show Title. Definitely yes. And I underline. I click underline, not the text, oops, the title text, I underline that, okay? You can also change the size of your swatches, okay? Right there, you just change 3/8, 3/16, change them. But I hit underline for my legend. Okay, so here we are. Now let me go up to the second floor plan. In fact, we don't have a second floor finish plan. So if I went to my second floor plan, okay, I'm going to right click and duplicate it with detailing, okay? And I'm going to rename it. Remember I told you before, always rename. And I'm going to rename it Finish Plan, P-L-A-N, plan. There we go. Second floor finish plan. But look at it. Let's make a template so that we don't have to try to remember everything we did. Let's make a view template. So I'm going to go back to my first floor finish plan. I love the way this looks. This is beautiful. Okay. Now I am going to go up to view, and I'm going to, on the far left, you can click view template. And one of the options is create a template from this current view, the way things are laid out. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to call it Plans floor finish. Okay, we say okay. So I've just created plans-floor finish. It shows me what it's going to be doing. Look at this. The color scheme is preset to floor finish legend, and it's in the back, the colors in the background, and any editing that we did for like the modeling of the walls is gonna be gray. It's all embedded now in there. So I can now go to my second floor finish plan, and in the properties under identity data, the top thing is view template. I can switch that now over to floor finish plan, and it instantly does it for me. And when I put, watch this, when I put, it's not going to put the legend in for you, okay? You have to go back to annotate and click on color fill legend and place it up there, okay? And then we have to decide, let's say in this open office upstairs, we need to decide whether we're going to put carpet number 1 or carpet number 2. Let's go with carpet A, okay? So I'm going to hit tab here, and in my floor finishes, I'm going to put in carpet A. Bam, carpet A is upstairs. So the last thing I want to show you guys with these color fill legends is this. There's no carpet B up here, and no ceramic tile up here, and no terrazzo up here on the floor. And so that could confuse the contractor. He might be looking all over. In fact, he's looking down and he says, what's this pattern? So I suggest the wood on the stairs, we turn that off. So let's go to VG. It's blocked. I can't change it because there's a view template being used. Good deal. On the floor finish legend, I'm going to go to my overrides for my modeling objects. I'm going to go down to stairs. And the pattern for stairs, I'm just going to turn those off so they're not conflicting. Okay? There. That looks much better. Now this, when I click, the one last thing I want to show you guys, tab, when the room object is going over the top of my stair. Now the program knows not to put a fill pattern on the stairs, but it has placed it on this open air area, and typically you won't have you won't have it like this. You won't have the pattern over an open air area. So what we actually need is room separation lines. So I'm going to put a room separator line, okay, right down the edge of this, whatchamacallit, railing, and across the floor to here, okay? So what it does is it just isolated the open area where it has the material actually on the floor. It isolated it to this shape and not down the steps. Okay. Last thing I want to show you guys before we go is on the legend. This could be kind of confusing. Your contractor might be looking all over trying to find if there's any carpet up here of carpet B or ceramic tile. You can tell these legends to only show what is in this particular plan, which is really cool. So when you click on the legend, you can go over to the properties and click edit type, and it's right here. The values that are displayed are all values, and we don't want that. You want to switch that to by view, okay? So now it will only show the materials that are currently being used in this view, okay? So I don't think I need to demonstrate that any further, except you guys saw it. B is gone, terrazzo's gone, and tile's gone. All right, so first floor finish plan still shows whatever is being used in this plan. All right, that, my friends, is how you make color finish legends on your color finish plans. And I hope that helps you guys. I really hope that you can now make a color plan, a color, not a, well, it's a color, well, actually, it's just a floor finish plan that is using the fill patterns, black fill patterns, so they print correctly instead of color. All right? All right, you guys go put some, go make yourself a floor finish plan in your project and print it out, and you'll see that it's much more successful than if it was color, because it'll just all go to gray, unless you print in color, but that's just silly. All right, You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next week, happy Reviting. Okay, bye-bye.